Hi, I'm Chief Gary Sparks with the Douglasville Police Department. Today we want to give you some safety tips concerning traffic stops. Take a look.
So you look in your rear view mirror and see flashing blue lights. What do? Remain calm. Yield to the right and pull your vehicle over into an off-road area that is safe for both you and the officer. Put your car in park. Remove your foot from the brake and turn the radio off. Remain in your vehicle. Have your driver's license readily available for the officer. Keep your hands on the steering wheel, visible for the officer at all times. If you need to retrieve any items from the interior, explain what you're reaching for to the officer and avoid any sudden movements. Rolling the window down completely establishes a level of trust with the officer and allows for ease of interaction during the routine traffic stop. Be courteous and polite. Be cooperative and willing to follow the officer's instructions. During a routine traffic stop, the officer will return to his vehicle to run the tag and driver's license verification and complete a citation if one is necessary. Once the officer returns and approaches your vehicle, whether or not a citation or warning is issued, please remain calm, courteous, and cooperative. Sign the citation acknowledging you agree to appear in court, and do not dispute the citation with the officer. The officer will give you a court date to explain or defend your infraction.
Okay, ma'am. Like I told you, I did clock you at 51 in a 35 mile per hour speed zone. I did issue a citation, okay? This here is going to be your court date. I just need a signature from you stating that you received a copy of this citation, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Here's your driver license.
Thank you.
Along with a copy of the citation, okay? You have any questions or concerns for me?
No, sir.
Okay, well, you have a nice day, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Following these few simple steps will help ensure a safe interaction for both you and the officer.
I hope these few tips help you as it relates to dealing with law enforcement and traffic stops. Not only in traffic stops, but in all encounters with law enforcement. We hope that all our encounters are safe for the citizens as well as for our officers. Again, we want you to be safe, and if you have any problems with the Douglasville Police Department, don't hesitate to give us a call and make your concerns known. I would add that Georgia is a right to carry state, and we hope that if you are carrying, that on these traffic stops and all encounters, please let the officer know that you are carrying. This will ensure your safety and our officers' safety. Thank you. May God bless you, and may God keep our community safe. We are one.
Today's world exposes our youth to life experiences that are well beyond that which their years should allow. Violence, trauma, poverty, injustice. Our children's lives and their livelihoods are in constant danger. Wisdom, Inc. is a community-based organization designed to save young lives by reducing violence and assisting youth in their personal development. Wisdom stands for wise individuals structuring and developing youthful minds. Through our collective wisdom, we can change lives for the better. Wisdom, Inc. Reducing violence, developing youth, saving lives. Today's world exposes.
Hi, I'm your host, Mercury's Rises, and welcome to Bedroom Chronicles, the show where couples or singles go deep, cut the crap, and face the real questions that make or break relationships. The show is informative and mesmerizing. Tonight, we are putting love on the hot seat. Are they being honest with each other, or are they just saying what is safe? Let's find out if real love starts when real truth is spoken. We have call-in guests and live interviews. Whether you heal together or apart, you owe each other honesty. That's it for tonight's Bedroom Chronicles. Until the next time, don't fake the love, face the truth. Hello and welcome to Bedroom Chronicles. I'm Mercury Rising, is your host, and with me today, my co-host is Zanaya Holland. So, as usual, we're going to talk about relationships and some issues that us and others may find with relationship, and maybe some few tips on how we can work those things out. But first, let me say this: thank you for joining us. And we are streaming live on Roku TV and YouTube TV 1061. Also, we accept donations at $TV 1061 Cash App, and I will be mentioning that again later on as we progress through this 1 hour. So thank you for joining, and if you'd like to call in, please do call in to 770-485-7724. So the first thing we're going to talk about today is, let's say you and your man just probably have an argument, and people do, whether you married, whether you and boyfriend, girlfriend, or if you just dating, arguments come up. So this is mostly for the ladies. Men you can listen into. So Naya, what do you think about, okay, let's say you and your man have an argument. What do you think the most important thing that you should be paying attention to that's coming from him doing that argument? Really?
Sorry. I would say I would mainly pay attention to his, I want to say tone, but like you can't really, the tone, because if it's like I don't want to say aggressive, but like a loud argument, like y'all yelling at each other, his tone won't matter because your tone is high with his. But I'll pay attention to his body language and the words he's saying and the way he's saying the words. Yeah, and his emotion too.
Okay, those are good, because the main thing that I would say that you should pay attention is to exactly what he's saying about you. What he's saying about you, and what he is truly feeling about you is also going to be coming out. Because these are the times when you say things that you mean, but later on you might say, "Oh, I didn't really mean that." Men or women, both of them do it. So you just pay attention, and I always have this thing where you take mental notes about what was spoken during those moments. So and I'll give you a prime example of one that I experienced. So I was dating this guy, and I knew that he liked women of a certain stature. So then we had a disagreement. More than likely, he had a disagreement, because I don't argue. I don't do that with nobody. So then, but I do listen. So he said, "Well, you can't help what you like." Mind you, not meaning he's saying that because he likes a BBW woman when I'm a little bit, I'll say half the size of what he likes. So, but he was okay with dating me at the time. So he said, so I felt at my size. And then it just happened one day, said, because I'll get up in the morning and I'll do my yoga. I just did yoga and changed my diet, and the weight just melt away. So like 15 pounds. So he said, "Oh, you're losing weight. Oh, you're losing weight." Because he's paying attention that I lost weight, because he likes a larger size woman. And for him, that was something that he couldn't deal with, but I was under the impression that he could deal with it because that's what he said he could do. It wasn't going to bother him that I was smaller than what he was accustomed to. So I did pay attention to what he said, and I pay attention to how he said it. And yeah, it did make me feel some kind of way, but I didn't let him know that it made me feel some kind of way. I just took a mental note. Okay, that's one strike. Got me? So you have to listen to what he's saying about you.
And then the second thing was that I said he's going to actually show his true feelings in that argument. So I took his true feelings as, okay, no, he doesn't really like what he said he likes. He likes this over here more. So, get me? So, all right. So, yeah. So arguments, disagreements, they're very important to see where that relationship is actually going or not going. Because when you hadn't had a few arguments, then you might say, nah, this is not for me. So, and I don't have, even with in my marriage, I was not an arguing person, but neither was my husband. He wasn't the type that argued. Neither he was quiet and go clean. So the next question is,
Wait.
Oh, you got some more, huh? Okay.
No, it's not a question, but well, it is a question. But you said that he only like BBWs.
No, he likes BBWs. His preference is a BBW.
Yeah.
But he guess he cared enough for me to ask me to date, for us to date.
You should have took that as a red flag when you saw
No.
that you were where he usually
But
go
people
for.
change, preferences change up. So, because this is what he said, the BBWs wasn't treating him good, but the slimmer women were treating him good. So if he can switch, I was thinking if he can switch up on what his preference is based on the way that category of women is treating him, okay, let's see if it's going to work on this side. Well, evidently it didn't work, because that was one of the things that he kind of bring back in when the argument came up, or when the disagreement came up. So, like I like, let's say, I like men of a certain stature, but I can range that out. It don't have to be a certain number. It don't have to be somebody that's actually 6'5". It can just be that you're respectful, you're kind, you're considerate, that kind of stuff. But just not below my nose, no. Above the nose and up. So that's a preference. But yeah. So.
Okay, we can go to the next topic then, 'cause
Well, I know you haven't dated or been on any dates so far, but are you an argumentative type of person? That's your personality, that you have you have an argument, or you're going to sit and debate? It's a difference.
exactly, there's a difference. So we're having a debate. We're not arguing. I mean, I'm not gonna argue with
Yeah.
him. I'm gonna just say my piece, and he just better listen.
Oh, he better listen.
Yeah, better
okay.
listen.
All right.
That's it.
So the next question was, what should be a determining factor in a relationship when it comes to lifestyle or attention? So is it the lifestyle of the man or the woman, or the attention that the man or the woman give you?
Wait, repeat that.
What should be a determining factor in a relationship? Lifestyle or attention. So you want to determine whether you are going to be in a relationship with Bob because of Bob's lifestyle, or because of how Bob pays attention to you.
Both.
Both. I know it can be both, but some people just go on one.
No.
Some people don't care if I ever see you, long as the lifestyle is in place. Like you got the house, the money, the car, the clothes, that kind of stuff.
Well, I'm not a materialistic person, so I don't care. But lifestyle, it gotta be. I'm not gonna say it gotta be, but it's just not gonna be. I don't know, but
slumming.
Yeah, he's not gonna be a bum or nothing. Like, he's gonna be able to take care of himself and take care of me. You know, I like nice things, but I'm not a materialistic person. I don't care if you got a fast car, a big house. Because that's yours. It's not mine. So why would I care?
I feel the same way.
But long as he's giving me what I want.
But it's his, not yours.
No, it's his, but it's not mine. But you know, they say what's his
share.
Exactly. Yeah. What's his is mine.
What is it? I was watching a movie yesterday on Tubi, and it was about baby. What is it called? Big baby. I don't know. Daddy baby. Daddy baby. That's the name of the movie. So Daddy, it was about a older gentleman. Let's say he's in his late 30s, early 40s, and baby meaning the woman is going to be considered the baby. So it's going to be a younger woman. So she is going to be like he's her sugar daddy. Mm-hmm. So if he's her sugar daddy, so he had the house with the acreage, swimming pool. I mean, lavish, laid out. He had the cars, which he didn't have no more than two cars, and he loved artwork, but he would take her to the art museum and art. Came get my A's out art auctions, and he would introduce her to stuff that was more high taste. So she liked it, but they went on multiple dates before he even took her to his home. So he kind of reeled her in slowly, but she had a friend that had like 4 sugar daddies, not 4 at one time, but she was on her 4th sugar daddy. So by her being on her 4th sugar daddy, she was giving the younger lady, I'll say Donna, some advice. And her main advice was, don't get your heart into it. So you done went and fell in love with this ninja, and your heart is going to get broken because you're not going to be the only one. So while they're standing there talking, who pops up on the sidewalk with another girl but the guy that's been reeling this young woman in? So she gets upset, and she storms over to him and confronts him. The other girl had already walked off, and he was telling her, oh no, you got it all around, you got it. She wasn't listening. Youngins, never, she wasn't listening. So then her friend come and pull her away and tell her, you look, you out of line, you messing this up, come on, this is not how you behave. Because he is a sugar daddy. But even though I didn't see where he had, as her sugar daddy, I didn't see where he gave her anything. He was just whining and dining her. So far, he was just whining and dining her, and they were intimate. And she was at his house for a few.
She was giving him sugar?
Yeah, and she was at his house for a few days, which he wanted her there. And he was there with her. He wasn't leaving to go to work or anything. So he was there with her, giving her all of this attention. So then, after she kind of loses it on the street, and then the other girl that's kind of a pro, because she's on her 4th sugar daddy, and her sugar daddy is he's old enough to be her dad, because he got like white beard and all this going on, but he looks good for his age group. So, and on top of that, since she's upset with him and she's not answering his phone calls, and old girl, her friend, is explaining to her how you're supposed to deal with a sugar daddy. Long story short, so then her ex-boyfriend gets out of prison, the young girl, and calls her to come pick him up. So then she roll up in the sugar daddy's car that he gave her as a loaner. And he's like, where you get this from? So then she or a friend, no, you don't even pick up your ex nigga in your sugar daddy car. No. So make a long story short, it was just that she was just off the chain too much. But I know you wouldn't have to, you're not a sugar daddy type girl.
I mean, old people scare me, but I wouldn't mind getting a little money.
What you mean they scare you?
Old people, like older men, no.
Why would an older guy scare you? How old?
Like, that's just nasty to me. I just can't get with walking around with no old elderly man. I mean, I could tell somebody else to go do it, but like me, I can't see myself interacting with an older man.
Well, I've seen,
even if it's just for money.
I've seen some, man. I've seen some that was very questionable. I've seen some women that were, I could say, they were in their like 20, 25, and this man is 70, sitting in a wheelchair. But you decked out in your outfit,
That's how you
and
supposed
your
to do
heel,
it.
but he decked out too. He got on his suit and tie and his Stacey Adams shoes, and honey, look. I was like, man, I couldn't. Once I saw that, I was like, wow. But sometimes those them guys got like 5 or 6 checks coming in. Besides, for those might just be independent and have their own business and got their stash and their bank
They don't
loaded.
have nobody to spend it on, so
Right.
why not?
But it's not genuine. Don't you
You're
feel?
not in a relationship. It's just your sugar daddy.
But
You
your
didn't coerce him to
but your sugar
give
daddy,
you money.
but your sugar daddy getting everything like you was in a relationship. Look, I knew this girl. Let's say right now she's probably 40. Let's say she's probably 47 now. But when she was, I'll say 20, she met this man, and he had his own real estate business. You listening?
Mm-hmm.
And she started dating him. Now, at that time, he was older than her daddy. He probably was like right there, granddaddy age. And she dated him. She dated him for a good 20 plus years. She probably still dating him. You hear me? Mm-hmm. So, honey, but along the way, he helped her. So he helped her with her college, he helped her with her apartment, he helped her with some other stuff. But she wasn't like she actually needed him to help her, because she had her own money, she had her own job, and then she ended up going to school, ended up becoming a lawyer. But it's just that she dated him all those years. But the one prime thing that she told me that stood out, she said, yeah, I like him. She never said she loved him. She said, yeah, I like him a lot. But I need to have somebody that's my age. So then her sugar daddy didn't like her having someone that was her age along with him. Which is,
Like,
Like,
they're not together, are they? Right?
But
they in a relationship.
But I think he does think it's in a relationship.
That's his own fault for thinking that. Like, they don't establish that before they get to spending money.
Well,
and stuff. She didn't let him know that she didn't want to actually be with him.
But I'm sure she did. No, I don't think she did. I don't think she did that. I think she just looked at it as him being her sugar daddy, and those boundaries wasn't established. Because some men just think that, okay, I'm 60 and you 40, so yeah, I'm not your sugar daddy. I'm your man, or I'm your husband. I'm your provider. No, sir. She
Exactly.
waiting on that check.
Sit there and assume that.
She waiting on that check, and she got her piece on the side. Sure enough. That's it. Cut. But anyway, I just thought that was an interesting piece, because a lot of believe me, a lot of young women doing it with men, and a lot of young men are doing it with older women. So, because I met one woman, she was in her early 60s, and she was hanging out with these 20 and 30-year-old young men, and she had a walking cane. Like, girl, what you doing? Trying to kill yourself? A walking cane. Come on, you can't even stand up straight.
I never really see or hear about like sugar mamas. I only hear about sugar daddies for
No,
real.
but they call
Or
they call
cougars.
cougars.
Yeah.
Yeah. No cougars. No. But anyway, because look, I was at work this past week, and so when I go to lunch, I sit with these group of people. But so in my group is like somebody that's 77, 2 people might be 60, maybe 3 people in their 60s, and this one young man said he's he's 57, so he likes to start our group lunch discussion. He said he's 57, so he's not gonna date anybody that's 8 years younger than him, but he would date someone that's 8 years older than him. So I was like, So I said, well, I wouldn't date anyone that's more than 10 years younger than me, but I would date someone that's 10 years or more older than me. So when they get to be older than me, I don't think I have a cap. I don't have a cap. I don't. Why would I have a cap? Because I know things happen when you get to a certain age. Things happen, body changes happen, and I'll just say, your body start breaking down. I just don't want somebody that's a, what they call it, a casket mate or nursing home partner. So long as you can talk, you ain't even got to be able to walk. long as you can talk, yeah, you can push around in the wheelchair. Shit, the 20-year-old was pushing the 70-year-old around in the wheelchair. Why? But you have some, now listen, you have some people that's in their 20s and 30s in wheelchairs. Remember that.
Okay, but they're not old. They're
but that's
young.
okay. That's okay. But it could have happened to him when he was younger, and then his legs was damaged or back spinal or something. But he's still functional. He's still alive. He's still viable. So.
No, I mean, like, if he's old and then he gets put in the wheelchair,
Yeah.
that's not
Different. Yeah.
Exactly, that's different. Like,
You know-
in the wheelchair his whole life, okay, because
Plus-
he can move himself around. Now, if you have to push him,
So listen, Naya. You say these right now, but what about later on? What if you get married and you and your husband together, and let's say, God forbid, he was in a car accident and now he can't walk, can't do anything for himself? You gonna just leave him? No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
I mean, no, because when you're married, it's like through sickness and, well, till death do us part, I guess.
Better or worse, yeah. All it depends on how you word those vows, because those vows can be changed to anything these days.
Okay, but like,
Because I think everybody took out honor and obey.
okay, so let's say if you were married and then your husband, he get in an accident, and then he's like, paralyzed from the neck down. He can't do nothing for you, so you just gonna be miserable for the rest of your life.
No.
He can't do anything for you. I mean, you still married, but like, what if you get a dude on the side or whatever?
Well, that's a possibility. You get a dude on the side, but you still take care of your
Yeah,
husband.
you're not leaving him, but like,
Right.
you're leaving him.
Right. Or you can just that's one thing, but that should be the second thing. The first thing should be like, I'm a loyal wife.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna go cheat on him.
Well, if you got a guy on the side, you're cheating.
Okay, well, never mind. Never mind.
You're cheating.
I guess I'll stick beside him.
You can stick beside him.
I guess.
Unless he tell you, sometimes you might have a man that tell you, okay, I understand that you love me and you loyal to me, but it's nothing that you can do for me other than just take care of me. And I want you to be happy, and I want you to feel like you're loved truly. So I think you should go ahead and start dating some other people.
I mean, I don't think I'll be the type of person that's gonna leave just because he handicapped.
Yeah. No, because tables can turn. Okay, so let's go over. I was just going over a few videos on YouTube, and I came across the man that I really, really kind of despise. What's his name? Samuels. Something Samuels.
Never heard of him.
Yes,
Who?
Kevin Samuels. Ooh, that man he used to irk me. Ooh, I'll show you
Wait,
later.
is he dead?
Yes.
I think I know who you're talking
that
about.
guy. And he said, this is what he said, and I thought about it, so I wanted to bring it to you today. So he said, a woman should treat her man like he is the boss. Like you get up and go to a 9-to-5 job boss. So I I listened to him, and he said, okay, you treat your man like he's your boss. That means that you're not calling out sick. You're going to come in and you still do your 8-hour shift or your 10 or 12-hour shift. You're going to not call in sick. So if you're not feeling well, you're still going to come to work. If you're hurt, you're going to still come to work. If you're asked to do certain tasks and carry out responsibilities that are not in your job description, you're going to still do those without grumbling, moaning, or complaining. And on top of that, he said, let's leave it at that. That's enough. Okay, but he just said, treat your man like it's a job. Now, he didn't say anything about compensation. Because when you go to a 9 to 5 or a 10-hour, 12-hour shift, you get paid. So he didn't say what he didn't go over into that lane. But just if you're gonna treat your man like it's a job, how would you treat your man if he was your boss?
Let me just say this. Ladies, that nigga don't want no wife. He want a slave. That's a slave. Mm-hmm. There's no way I'm not gonna cuss. There's no way in HE double hockey sticks you think I'm finna sit here and be your servant. We're supposed to be one together. Mm-hmm. You think I'm finna do cook, clean, do this and that, and worship the kiss the ground you walk on? It's supposed to be the other way around. You supposed to kiss the ground I walk on. You supposed to, I'm not gonna say worship me, but like, nigga, you supposed to treat me like I'm a queen, and you talking about treat you like you the boss.
Yep, treat him like he's the boss.
In my world, I'm the boss. And I wouldn't dare treat my husband like he's a servant. But like, no, he's dead, so it don't even matter what he said. That's stupid.
Yeah, so it is that
and ignorant. Like
it is. I agree, because let's say this: you have a lot of people that go to work that can't stand their boss. They're still gonna do the work now, but they can. So these might be some highlights. So people are gonna go to work because they have responsibilities outside of their job. So they're gonna get up, go to work, and possibly be on time or be late or whatever. But these people go to work for 10, 20, 30, 40, 45 years and can't stand the job. But they muster through getting up out of the bed and getting ready to drive to wherever that job is. And then they come home and it's just been drained for the day. Now, but then I think that's why I've heard they say, whatever you do for a career or a job, make sure it's something that you love. Now, if he's looking at it in that manner, it might make a difference. But if you're going to say no, you got so many lanes you can go drive down when it comes to treating your man like as a boss. So which one you going to choose? Because not calling in sick. Commercial time. Be right back.
Hi, my name is Lauren, and welcome to TV 1061. Join our network and broadcast your film live across the continent. Come to our studio and film and stream your TV show, sitcom, and showcase and broadcast it worldwide. Combine multimedia with your live stream. Independent filmmakers show your movie and afterwards interview your cast live. Sponsors, advertisers, I'm talking to you. This is your chance for global exposure. These are exciting times that we're in. Traditional TV is but a thing of the past. TV 1061 is on the Roku platform. Roku is an industry leader in internet TV. It has a viewership of 53 million and counting. It is the most popular and fastest growing internet TV platform. If you are interested in developing and showcasing your movie or show, or interested in coming in as a sponsor or advertiser, please send us your contact information with a brief description of your interest to 1061tv@gmail.com. Thank
our
you.
youth to life experiences that are well beyond that which their years should allow. Violence, trauma, poverty, injustice. Our children's lives and their livelihoods are in constant danger. Wisdom Inc. is a community-based organization designed to save young lives by reducing violence and assisting youth in their personal development. Wisdom stands for wise individuals structuring and developing youthful minds. Through our collective wisdom, we can change lives for the better. Wisdom Inc., reducing violence, developing youth, saving lives.
Hi, I'm your host, Mercury's Rises, and welcome to Bedroom Chronicles, the show where couples or singles go deep, cut the crap, and face the real questions that make or break relationships. The show is informative and mesmerizing. Tonight, we are putting love on the hot seat. Are they being honest with each other, or are they just saying what is safe? Let's find out if real love starts when real truth is spoken. We have call-in guests and live interviews. Whether you heal together or apart, you owe each other honesty. That's it for tonight's Bedroom Chronicles. Until the next time, don't fake the love, face the truth.
Okay, welcome back to Bedroom Chronicles. I am Mercury Rises, your host, and my co-host today is Zanaya Holland. And we were just talking about a little statement that Kevin Samuels made a little while back, but I'll get to that in a minute. So if you'd like to call in and give us your opinion, you can call us at 770-482-7724. And also, we are streaming live on YouTube, TV 1061, and Roku TV. And in addition to that, we accept cash donations via Cash App TV 1061. We are here every Saturday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Cash App open every day though. Okay, back to what that Kevin Samuels comments about treating your man like he's the boss. And I was saying that there are so many different avenues that you can take when it comes to treating someone like they are the boss, because not everyone likes or loves their boss. So which version of the boss is he actually talking about? So I think he's thinking about the more positive boss. And I think what he might have said was, let's say you're an accountant, but actually if you're an accountant, basically, normally you might be your own boss. So you can set your own schedule. But if you're working like medical or healthcare, then that's a different kind of boss. So I think he wants you to be the type of boss that if you are working in the medical field, you're going to come to work and you're going to do everything to please your boss. But he never worked in the medical field, I'm sure, because he wouldn't have used that as a part of his analogy for his little questions, because those are the main people that call in sick because they get tired and burn out. But anyway, so Naya, any more on the treating your man like he's the boss?
I'm gonna say no.
No.
I don't have nothing else to say.
I think I used to treat my ex-husband like I was the boss. Because I used to just tell him, I asked him to do stuff. I would ask, normally anything I asked him to do, he would do it. Like, I'll ask him, I'll start off in the morning. I'll ask him to go to Starbucks and get me a coffee. So that might take 45 minutes. He's gonna drive to Starbucks and come back with my coffee and my Danish. And then it got to the point where I didn't have to ask. He would just do it. I'll be asleep, and when I wake up, my coffee and my cheese Danish is by the bedstand. And the next thing would be, I never had to ask him how to do my laundry, because he did my laundry. He would do my laundry first before he did his. He didn't do ours combined together. I didn't have to ask him to iron my clothes for me to go to work. He would just iron my clothes for me to go to work. And this is kind of different because I'm not asking him. He's treating me. I would say he's treating me like I'm the boss because he's doing all this stuff for me that I would normally do for myself. But I'm not doing it.
But ain't that like the bare minimum? That's your husband, right? So
yeah, that's my husband.
That's what he's supposed to do.
No, he don't have to iron my clothes, wash my clothes, run my bath water,
you don't have to do
clean
it all
out the
time,
tub.
but
No, but he would do it all the time. Even if he was up.
Are you complaining?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I can say now. I think he treated me like I was the boss.
I don't think that's being treated like a boss. I think that's him doing what he's supposed to do. Like, if y'all made like a routine, like an unspoken routine, that's probably why he kept it up.
Doing that. Okay. Now that makes sense too. Unspoken routine. Okay, so interesting. Really, unspoken routine.
Yeah, like you asked him a few times, and he probably got in his head like, oh, I know she's gonna wake up and want this. Oh, let me just go ahead and do it for her. Oh, she need her clothes washed. Let me go ahead and do that for her. Why not? That's a husband. That's what husbands do. They supposed to take the load off.
So then I also saw this. So just since you said that, I saw this one where the lady was actually the boss, and she worked from home. So, and I mean, she had a lavish home, and her husband was there with her. So she was still laying in the bed. He got up out of the bed. Then he just started doing stuff. He went down in the kitchen. He made her breakfast, perked her fresh coffee, set up her area that where she goes to work at. And it took him maybe 30, 40 minutes to get everything ready. And then he put her slippers by her bed. So when she turned around to get up, the slippers was there. And she didn't eat in the bed. She got out of bed and she ate the breakfast that he brought to her. And I was like, wow. So then after she finished with the eating her breakfast and went and got her shower, he pulled her outfit out for the day that she was gonna have on. Even though she was working from home, he still had her whole outfit that she was gonna put on. So I said, but he was basically a stay-at-home husband.
Oh, that was about to be my question.
Yeah,
I
he
was
was
like,
a stay-at-home.
did he work?
No, he didn't work at all. He didn't work at all.
So no. You mean to tell me you just sitting at home and your wife is working?
But a lot of people do that.
But you're a man. You're supposed to be working too. Or at least it's supposed to be the other way around.
Well, they have
unless he got some type of disability or something where he can't work.
No, he didn't have
so
no
it's
disability.
by choice. You sitting here letting your woman be the breadwinner.
And they didn't even have kids. But he was just taking care of her like he did everything. Everything. So is that a husband?
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. What? No. I mean, he's a husband, but like, I don't think no man in his right mind is going to sit there and let his woman work while he just does stuff around the house. No, you need to be out there working too. 2 incomes is better than 1.
But
that's one thing. But for 2, I mean, yeah, she a stay at home. Not stay at home. She works from home, so she's not really doing much, but she's still working. So if you're home, you could be working from home too, or at least go out there and get you a job, not just sit around doing stuff around the house.
And if she's the boss like that, she could have just hired him to work with her, but she didn't do that. She just had him doing wifely duties. I don't even want to say wifely duties because all wives don't do that.
And there's no gender roles, so when it comes to that type of stuff. So I don't know. I don't know what that is. No, I just feel like no man should be staying at home, not working. And they don't got kids, so he's not a stay-at-home dad. Right. A stay-at-home husband, I ain't never heard of that.
Right.
I really never heard of a stay-at-home husband with no kids. No.
So let's go to this other question, this last question. The last question is, let's say, and I don't know if you heard men said or your friends might have said, because I've heard men say it. Because I've been here longer than you. But anyway, I heard men say, well, no, I can't talk to her. She's not in my, she's out of my league. So when you come across a man like that, or a young man like that, do you think instead of saying that, they just should go ahead and just make an attempt to ask the woman out. I
Yeah.
think so too.
I don't understand that. Oh, he's out of my league. What's your league?
She
That
not a-
mean you don't think much of yourself then? Because
Yeah.
what do you mean? Oh, he's out of my
my
league.
league.
Well, I never heard a woman say that.
Yeah, women say that too. Women
Well,
do.
I've really only heard that dude say that, and that was like only in movies. I never heard it in real life. But still, I think you should still make an attempt because you never know what she might like. She might like dudes like you.
And the thing about it, if he's gonna say, oh, I'm not. Oh no, she might cut me down, or she might say that my line was lame. And sometimes that lame line be so cute. And then since you tried so hard with that, yeah, we can go on a date because you tried very hard.
But then again, it's given that type of person might be insecure later on because you already thought you couldn't get a chance. Now you have a chance, but you know she's like up there, so she might have her eyes on a man on a higher tier than you. So now you're insecure and be like, oh, she could leave you for someone much better. If you're going to do that, don't even go try to make an attempt because you're already insecure with thinking, oh, she's out of my league. I don't have a chance. So just don't even try if you're going to have that kind of mindset.
And that was probably the reason why the question came up, because men have this negative self-talk, and women, they have this, before they even attempt to ask someone out, they're ready to had this conversation down to the 5th date or 10th date, how she's gonna shoot him his attempt down, but they probably won't.
Go for it, fellas. Go for it. Like, you're going to be scary your whole life. If you're going to go around life with that mindset, you're going to be single. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo.
So have you seen any guys that you want to ask out?
No. Actually,
None?
I mean, I see some dudes like, oh, he cute. But I'm not asking a man out. I mean, that's just not me. I can't see myself just going up and, I don't know. Because for one, I'm awkward, so I definitely would make the situation awkward. So,
but he might like that and find it cute.
I'm gonna be embarrassed. I don't care if he, engaging or whatever. I'm still gonna be embarrassed. Like, oh my god, I really just went up here and asked this man out.
So let's me and you make a challenge between the two of us.
A challenge?
Yeah, challenge.
What you mean?
Like when we leave here today.
Oh, I'm not going up. No.
Come on.
No, I'm not doing that.
No,
I'm not doing that.
We can go to dinner or the movie, and then you approach 2 guys, and I'll approach 2 men.
I'm not doing. I'm not doing that.
Just to see. It's an experiment.
No.
Why?
I'm gonna have to live with that for the rest of my life. That's gonna be at the back of my head. Oh my gosh! Remember that time when you walked up to a random and no.
Yes.
No.
We're gonna size him up. We're gonna size him up first. We're gonna look at his watch, his shoes. He can have on jeans and t-shirt and still be a high tier guy. But you don't really care if it's a high tier guy. I don't care if it's a high tier guy. I just want to be respectful. You want to be loving and kind. I'm good. Like that movie. What was the movie with the lady? She made the pie, and the pie was boo boo that she gave to the people.
I think it was like The Help or something like that.
Yeah, The Help. When she said, "Oh, you so kind, you so sweet, and whatever, you so pretty." I just want me a kind, gentle, loving person. Definitely respectful.
That's nice and all, but I'm still not going up to nobody.
On.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Why?
I'm not eating that. I'm not doing that.
You can eat that, girl.
I'm not eating that. I'm not. I don't want it. Keep it. I'm not doing that.
I bet you Ayanna, Tracy would do it.
Oh, I bet she would, but Naya's not. I'm not doing that.
If we take Tracy with us, would you?
No.
Why?
Tracy has a bad track record of trying to find me dudes. Tracy is out of the question. Oh. It's not gonna happen.
Oh well, I thought of it. You sure?
I mean, you can. But
no, I don't want to go by myself.
Okay,
you with you.
I'll go with
okay,
you. But I'm not going up to nobody.
Okay, so if I
picked them out.
No, so we go to. Oh no, see that's another twist. But I don't mind trying that. We can do that today. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we can decide where we want to go. If we're gonna go to a movie or we're gonna go to dinner after this, and then you pick somebody out, and I'll walk over. You think I need to put my wig on? No. He said no. Okay. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do, and then we can talk about it next week. We can talk about it next week. Since Mr. Kevin Samuels, God bless his soul, rest in peace, sir, you left all of these videos behind for people to still come behind you and have conversations about and go out and ask crazy questions and do silly stuff. So we're gonna try this little experiment here. Okay, Zanaya?
I guess.
Okay, good. Well, Naya, we still got a few more minutes. So no one called in, 770-485-7724. We still have time for at least one or two callers. And also we are taking donations at $TV 1061. So please call in and follow us also. TV 10, Bedroom Chronicles, TV 1061. You see all those videos loaded up on YouTube. Naya, anything else you would like to add?
When's the last time you went up and approached a man and asked him out on a date, since you want me to do it
Oh,
so bad?
so no, and I was just jokingly doing this, and I didn't go. The young guy that said that he was 57, 56, and he would date someone that's 8 years older than him, and I was like, 8 years, and I was sitting right next to him while we was having lunch, and I said, 8 years older? I said, oh, so would you like to go on dinner, on a movie date? I did, and he just started laughing. He didn't say no, but anyway.
Yes, either. What? Oh.
Oh, Lordy. Yeah, I think he likes me, because this is what he said on a different day. He said, can I say something to you? And I was like, yes. You come out of the building and it's a patio, that walkout patio. It's pretty big, and you have a lot of people that sit out there under the umbrellas and have lunch. So it's like this particular day, there's two of us at the table. And I thought he was going to sit to the table with us, but he didn't. He went and sit to the table with another gentleman. But he came up to me, he came up close, and I looked up at him like this. And then he said, I just want to, can I say something to you? I said, yeah. And I'm looking at him, and I got on and I know my lips are like nice, because I think I had on a little bit more lipstick than I had now. It looks nice, doesn't it? But anyway, he said, you are beautiful. And I was like, thank you. And he said, you don't never need to wear a wig.
He's seen you without a wig?
Yeah, this particular day was the first day he saw me without my wig. So then I was like, oh, and I was surprised. So you paying attention? So I said, oh, okay, thank you.
Girl, go ahead and get your man at this point.
So I was like, thank you very much. So yeah, it's been a selected few men that say that they like the natural. Thank you, Mr. Washington.
Who's that?
Felix.
Oh.
Yeah, he likes the natural. But it was just, one of my kids had cut my hair and cut it too short on one side, so that's why I was letting it grow back. And then I just took the clippers myself and evened it out. So one day I'll go get it shape up when it grows out some more. But until then, I like it. It's cool.
Do you know his name?
I know his first name. I don't know his last name. I know his first name.
Does he know your name?
I don't know. I have no idea. Because actually, none of us ever, I think we did. I think he knows my first name. But he don't know my last name unless he asks someone that he works with. Because I work in we all work in, I'll just say we all work in the office, but his office is down the hall and you got to go through another door. So I might be in suite 200, but he's in suite 500. Yeah. But I like it. I like this new. I like the new setup for work because it's different. So when I've been home for 4 years, 5 years doing remote work or teleworking. Teleworking then remote work is different. You got to go back into the office. But I like getting out.
That's your assignment for the week coming up.
What?
Ask him out or get him to. Girl, I don't know.
No, you
get him. I guess.
No, we're gonna go. We're gonna go.
So y'all finna play cat and mouse game.
Play what?
Cat and mouse game.
Oh no. I'll get him later. But I want to go and do this anonymous. Not anonymous. I'm gonna go and do this impromptu meet this person today. And don't be playing games with me, Naya. Don't get somebody that got a big bunkie and they're 5'5" and all that stuff.
I wouldn't play.
Right. Get me somebody that you think you would date, but just older. Cool?
Okay.
All right. Huh. And when you
Okay,
go to
what if they white?
Well, you know, it's a lot of I don't know about, well, I'm not discriminating, but that's a little tricky. Because you're going to have to ask him some questions. He might even like black women. But let me tell you this, a lot of white men do like black women. They just afraid to approach them. I had a black guy tell me that one time. I was at this club. It was, and this was a long time ago, because it was Dominique Wilkins nightclub that was downtown Atlanta. Nice club. And there was this Caucasian young man in there, and I was there, and I was just sitting alone, and the black guys that was in it, they was just looking at me. So someone's at the bar leaned back and stuff and just watching. But when the white guy came and sit down to the table with me and he just started talking to me, then they want to pay attention. No, don't pay attention now, because you wasn't before he came and sit down, or you was paying attention but you wasn't saying anything. So the white guy, he said he was a businessman. He was part owner in Magic City, which is a strip club down in Atlanta somewhere. And then so he invited me to go see, this play. It's about a mask. I don't remember the name of it though, but it has something to do with like Beauty and the Beast thing. And I was so surprised, because I never really had conversations with white men. But anyway, this particular guy, so then he said he has a ranch and he has horses, and he invited me out for horseback riding and all of that. So then I went back to work, and I was talking to my supervisor, because she's white. But anyway, and I told her, she's like, "Joanne, how was your night out?" And I told her, and I met this guy, and she said, "Oh, you did?" And she said, "You gonna go?" I was like, "No, I'm not going." And but I should have went, but I didn't. You know, it's a lot of things that happened to me when I was in my 30s that I did not take advantage of. So that was one of the things I didn't take advantage of. This other man.
You could have owned.
Look this. I know. And this I had a Dodge Omni, and it was blue. And this man was pulled up in this limo at the gas station, and then a man got out. He went in the gas station. He came back and went to the limo, and got out the limo and came back to me and gave me a check for $10,000. And I
give it back.
No, I didn't give it back. I said thank you, and I kept it. He said, "You are too pretty to be driving this type of car."
So
and I just looked at him and I said thank you, and I stood there and I pumped my gas and I held it in my hand, and he went back and got in the limo and left. Didn't say name. He didn't know my name. I didn't know his name. And it was he filled it out for $10,000. It was on a Wachovia bank check, and the Wachovia was right across the street. I didn't go across the street to the Wachovia or nothing. I went home, took the check, and I got upset.
Because he talked about your car?
No, not because he talked about my car, because the check could have been fake. So I never cashed it. I don't even know where it's at. I never cashed it. And he probably wondered why I never cashed it. I'm sure he did. But it was completely filled out. $10,000 go get me a car better than the one I was driving.
You just sat there.
Yes.
And threw away $10,000.
$10,000. And I gave up on something that probably would have been a life-changing experience. You know, some real culture with the white guy, or his type of culture. I'm trying to think of the name of the play.
Screws.
No,
Who throws away $10,000?
Well, you got to think about it.
I mean, you could have took it there to see if it was fake
no,
at least.
I could have, but so this was my twist on it. So I'm leaving the South, and I'm coming to it's still South here, but it's more of a southern city, not southern rural. So, and I had limited exposure to the, I don't know, real city light type life. So I'm a country girl coming here, and I'm here by myself. I'm alone. So no, I wasn't taking no chances on nothing. You give that to me. I didn't even say, the only person I told about it was my kids. And they didn't say, oh, mama, go ahead and cash it.
Because they're slow.
Oh, they might be. They might have been there. They did not. And I don't know, it might be packed up somewhere in the garage now because all my school books and stuff are still in there. So who knows? I know you can't cash it now. I think it's like a time limit on those. And Wachovia not even in business anymore. Wachovia is now, I think, Wells Fargo. But anyway, that was the experience. That was 2 of them. I had many more now. Oh, so this guy, the other one, and this was club. This might have been, nope, I think it was still Dominique Wilkins' club. And this is when the Braves first won the World Series in Atlanta. So this man, his last name is Blade, B-L-A-D-E. He was driving a Rolls Royce, big Rolls, nice, the big one with the big emblem thing in the front, black man. And he said, listen to this, he said, oh, would you like to go with me to celebrate the Braves winning? And I was like, who are you? And he's like, his name is James Blade. And I was like, no, my mama told me not to go with strangers. So, and he said, okay. He said, so, and he gave me his card. He said, okay, I'm going to call you, and we're going to go out on a date. I'm going to invite you out, and then we won't be strangers anymore. So he did. So he invited me to his house. He lived in Hidden Hills in Lithonia. And he must have had one of the largest houses in the community with the big double doors and stuff. So his business was, he made swords, like military swords that you see the cross like that. That was his James Blade, and that was his business. So then,
so if I look him up,
look, if you look him up, you probably still can find him, because he had, I think he had a location here, New York, and California. So I had one other date with him, and girl, the TV in his house was probably from that wall to that wall. That was just a TV, and everything was Victorian style. But he was a single black man. He had a little bit of pounds.
We're looking up James Blade.
Yeah. So, but later on, I saw him.
that means
It's time to go. Well, it's been a pleasure, Naya. But we'll be back next Saturday from 1 to 2. See you then. Turn off your mic. Yeah, look up James.
Hi, I'm your host, Mercury's Rises, and welcome to Bedroom Chronicles, the show where couples or singles go deep, cut the crap, and face the real questions that make or break relationships. The show is informative and mesmerizing. Tonight, we are putting love on the hot seat. Are they being honest with each other, or are they just saying what is safe? Let's find out if real love starts when real truth is spoken. We have call-in guests and live interviews. Whether you heal together or apart, you owe each other honesty. That's it for tonight's Bedroom Chronicles. Until the next time, don't fake the love, face the truth.